Good morning, roadtoruta.com. This is Bix Weir with your morning disease. Tea today. I'm switching back and forth. I found that after giving up coffee for a while, start again and it's like you get a headache. Damn caffeine. I still love it. Oh, the aroma just kills me every time. Um, Cryptos. Let's talk cryptos. Yes. Nice big blow. I always know I don't even have to look at CoinMarketCap or anything in the market. All I gotta do is watch Dick Allgaier's videos, and I'll tell you how the cryptos are doing. He is so emotional. I love it. I love it. When it goes up, you've never seen a happier guy. When it goes down, you've never seen someone. What have I done? Oh my God! Now I stick all my money in these things. I remember those days. 5 years ago, when I was just going through the ups and downs. When you understand that cryptos are the financial future, run by good guys or bad guys, it doesn't matter. It's still going to be cryptos. You rest a lot easier about where your position is. And then when you understand that the markets are rigged, every trade, every up, every down, every sideways, then you sit back and you say, here they go again. Are they rigging it up this time? Yeah. Are they going to rig it down? Yeah. In the long run, the hope is that the crypto community can put together some decentralized exchanges using various tools, but go completely around the banker rigging and manipulation, the massive derivatives. I mean, just look at the volume on Bitcoin, on Litecoin. Litecoin in the last 48 hours has traded 100% of the Litecoins ever mined. So you sold yours. I didn't sell mine. Did you sell yours? Apparently you did, because the exchanges are saying that your crypto sold. It's insane. It's insane. And those who say, "Oh no, it's normal trading." No, normal trading is when you have an asset and you trade it for something else. These are derivative trades run on computer programs. It's got nothing to do with normal trading, but it is what we've become accustomed to since the advent of computers. In the 1960s and 70s is when Alan Greenspan wrote the first computer programs to make our monetary system today. Along with those, he wrote computer rigging models for the Fed and the U.S. Treasury back in the 70s. And yes, he carried it right through the 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s. He is probably the best computer programmer on planet Earth, or was in the day. Now, obviously, he's 90 something now. I don't know if he still programs. I know he still watches the market. I know he's waiting for the day when the Road to Ruta finale hits. And I do have some insight and thoughts onto that, which I will be posting on the private road, probably Monday or Tuesday. Very excited about that. But let's look at the cryptos, see what's going on. The big news is Bitcoin breached the $10,000 mark. Bravo. I think it jumped right to 11,000 and pulled back. We're good. We're a long way away from a big slam. Yes, there'll be pullbacks, but it won't be as frightening and won't go as low because there's no weak hands in. It's just strong hands, and the big money's coming in at some point. The big money's still not in. There's a bug flying around. I gotta catch it. If you see me go like that, that's what I'm doing. Catching a bug. So yeah, the big money's not in, not even close yet. Not even close. So if you're worried about your altcoins are interesting because they went up the most in the bubble. And the reason they went up the most is everybody was buying anything. It didn't matter what it was. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it. And they bought it really easily by swapping their Bitcoins, swapping their Ethereum, swapping their Litecoin for these crazy coins. And it wasn't like money to people back then. It was like, oh yeah, I made this wealth, so I'm gonna swap $20,000 of my Bitcoin for some crap coin that isn't even around anymore. And then there's investments in businesses, and the business is up and running. The coins aren't doing anything. So there's all kinds of stuff going on. Yes, a rising Bitcoin will rise all boats. So I'm not worried about the good altcoins. I'm not worried about others lagging. They will find fair value one day. And it probably won't be until the exchanges are shut down and we have a true decentralized type of exchange using something. It could be there's a lot of potentials. I like Veritasium. I think Veri is underappreciated because none of the exchanges will allow it to trade. I think it's only on Mercantox that you can get it sometimes, but not very often. There's only 2 million tokens out there. People say, well, Reggie's got 98 million tokens. Yeah, he does. It's not like he didn't offer them to you at $1.50. You didn't buy them. Don't complain about it. You didn't buy them. Reggie was smart. He put up half the tokens up for sale, which was, I think, 50 million tokens up for sale, and nobody was buying. So he said, hey, I know the value of this company better than anybody. I'm going to pull them back. He even gave a last call. Anybody want them? $1.50, get your Veri tokens. Nobody wanted them. It ran up to $450, gets slammed down, and it's going to run up again. Remember, everything's going to be searching for its all-time high, which is interesting because that brings me to the all-time high of Veri, I think it was $450. So right now it's trading at like $15. That's going to be a home run. But an interesting one is Theta. Theta came out after the bubble, and they pulled their ICO. They pulled their ICO because they didn't want to deal with the SEC. Did you see that, Bud? They didn't want to deal with the SEC and the ICO. Brilliant move. They don't have any worries when it comes to the regulators because they did an ICO. And they are up and running fast. From what I can tell, because I'm running a Guardian node where you help the project. You're streaming video using your computer. I had a extra. They don't have it for Mac, the Apple stuff, but they have it for IBM compatible type of stuff. And I had an old laptop, so I'm running it. And right now, right over there, I am mining. It's not mining. It's small scale mining, but I'm earning Theta Fuel. I think I've already earned 100 Theta Fuel just by plugging in my computer and running their little Guardian node program. I'll be putting on Patreon how to do that. It's pretty easy. But yeah, it's a company that's up and running, but it can't search for its all-time highs because it wasn't around back then. I think it was March of 2018 that came out, and we were already on the downslope big time. So nobody knows what Theta's all-time high would have been had they come out a year earlier. I would have guessed it would be up in the $30, $40 range. And right now it's trading for like 15 cents. And that would have been the all-time high. Now going forward, yeah, I think it's got huge potential. $100, $200, $1,000. Michelle Whitedove was saying $2,000. And a crypto that's trading right now for 15 cents and it's up and running and doing well and no worries about funding. And I think the key to that one is Samsung. Samsung keeps putting out, shall we say, teasers and newspaper articles and announcements that they're searching for a native blockchain. They don't want the centralization of blockchain, but they need their own blockchain because they got so many products like the Android phone and all that stuff. I think and they're a big participant in the structure and the construction of Theta, which is different than all blockchain. I think it is suited for Samsung perfectly. That's the other thing. People are saying, well, should we keep the Theta Fuel or should I sell it for more Theta? I sold the vast majority of mine for more Theta for two reasons. The first reason is Theta Fuel has a inflation built in. Theta Fuel is what they're going to be paying out for people to stream video, and I'm earning Theta Fuel right now. So they have to create 5%. It's the same as EOS, which is a lot. 5% compounded is a lot of Theta Fuel are going to be made over time, and they're going to give them out for people who do their project, which is great. But if you're deciding between holding Theta and Theta Fuel, think about the future. And if everybody and their mother's mining on their PC for Theta Fuel, what will they be doing with it? They'll be selling it. They'll get their Theta Fuel and they'll sell it for Litecoin or Bitcoin or Theta. So that it's always going to be hyperinflating and being sold. So right now it's trading at 10 to 1, pretty much right around 10 to 1. And that made sense with the inflation rate, the 5% inflation rate, over time, a certain amount of years, you're looking at, it gets back to 5 to 1, which is the original airdrop of Theta Fuel. For every Theta, you got 5 Theta Fuel. But the price has dropped to 10 to 1. I think 10 to 1 will probably be around the right ratio. But that's if Theta doesn't do anything else. I think Theta is going to do a lot more, especially with Samsung. So we might have more airdrops or forks off of the Theta blockchain with Samsung and all their products. It's just my thought. It's my gut. It's my intuition. It's my spirit telling me, hey, Theta, you want to own Theta, not necessarily Theta Fuel. So I swapped my Theta, not all of it, a lot of it, for Theta Fuel. And if you're using their Guardian node, you have to. It's kind of like a staking. You gotta. The more you stake, although you don't need to do anything with it, the more Theta Fuel or Theta you have in the Guardian node, they don't hold it. You still hold your private keys. The more Theta Fuel you earn for lending people your bandwidth. That's what they do. Really cool project. So yeah, 15. What I don't even know what Theta is right now. I don't watch prices very much. I'll let Dick do that. Yeah, 13 cents. Ridiculous. That's less than the ICO price. So yeah, Theta will be searching for a all-time high that nobody knows what it would have been had it ICO'd the year before. My guess is, I don't know, $30 was my gut. It's trading for 13 cents. So yeah, I'm real excited about that, and the fact that Samsung keeps putting out these news announcements saying they're looking for a blockchain, and it's good not to have your own blockchain. Just look at what Facebook is doing. Everybody said, "Oh my God, Facebook is going to be in control of a blockchain along with their special partners." Not good thing, although absolutely the best thing for adoption. As a matter of fact, I will be talking to my good friend Jeff Berwick tomorrow. Jeff and I are going to talk about this Facebook coin. Jeff and I go back over 10 years to the gold and silver days. We used to speak at the same conferences. And Jeff was the closest thing at those silver conferences to people really fighting for freedom and the getting rid of the banksters. And him and I were like kind of outcasts in that silver world where they love to talk about, oh, here's supply, here's demand, and no, there's no such thing as rigging. And like, dude, the whole thing is rigged. So yeah, and then he got into cryptos. He was one of the reasons I got in. I originally heard about it and thought about it and discussed it with Cliff High. And then Jeff got really into it. I'm like, yeah, Jeff's a good guy. He's a smart guy, and he's a freedom fighter. Not freedom for America. That's the only thing we disagree about is, well, we disagreed about EOS, but yeah, it is what it is. Jeff's all about freedom, and you're free to be as crazy and insane as you want, right? But he's very anti-America. I'm very anti-American deep state government side. I do have a lot of hope for America that we can throw these criminals out and restart our country. And he even said, yeah, if you guys do that, I might think about coming back to visit. So I'll get Jeff here. Although I think he does go to a couple conferences. Anyway, so that is Monday. I'll be interviewing Jeff and get his perspective on freedom, on Facebook, Coin, Libra, and where we're going with this crazy stuff. And I'm excited about that. Don't forget the Acapulco conference. You got to go. So much fun, so enlightening. Every year I get something else. So we'll talk about it in Acapulco too. All right, if you guys haven't seen it, I did a Friday happy hour. I did a whole bunch of songs. I think it's a half an hour. 48 minutes. 48 minutes. It's like a full show. Um, Very fun. Please check it out. They kind of shadow ban those music stuff. I still don't understand why Google wants to shadow ban my music, but it is what it is. It's also on Patreon. I did a drawing for a silver token, and there is a winner. So go check it out. See if you won. And if you want, now this drawing was for everybody who was in my Patreon group. So all the names were thrown into a hat, and the Ruta's private road. That's the way we're going to go from here on out. We'll do drawings every week. So join Patreon or join Road to Ruta, and it's for active members. We have a huge, I think I got it here, a huge drawing on July 1st. So you want to be in by then. It's this. It's the Road to Ruta Wishes and Rainbows comic book, autographed and CGC qualified grade. So it was a certified and graded 9.8 out of 10. That's pretty damn good. I thought it was like pristine, which it is. They don't give 10s, basically. It's like wines. You never see 100 in a wine rating. But yes, and it went for eBay, I think $2,000 on eBay. And that was at one time. And yeah, you can win it. All you got to do is join the Patreon channel and get a hell of a lot more stuff from the Road to Ruta that I can't talk about on YouTube. One of the latest is the top 10 cryptos for the future. My recommendations on the top 10. It's really 4 for me. Like 4 cryptos take up about 80% of my portfolio. 85% of my portfolio is just in 4 cryptos. I think it might even be close to 90 now that prices have moved a little. Basically because, I still hold quite a few, but some of them went down in value, which is fine. I don't sell them if they go down in value and think about buying more. What I look at is the project, how the project's going. Did they do what said they're gonna do? And then if they did, it's just the market's gonna have to catch up to them. But right now I think it's 85 to 90% of what I hold is in 4 cryptos. Because I understand them and they're so important for our future. So check it out. Go to Road to Ruta. There's a whole bunch of good stuff on there. That's the Road to Ruta Patreon, and you get your name put in the drawing. And then also roadtoruta.com. This is the private road first page. The fear greed index is at extreme greed now. That doesn't mean it's going to get slammed down. This is just a general. It's by alternative.me. It's just general. They take where the price is, kind of look at articles and sentiment, and then give a guess. So right now, when prices go up, everybody's excited. You can judge this actually by Dick Allgire's reactions. There's the extreme greed. Oh my God, this is so great. The cryptos are the greatest. And then the fear and desperation. Oh my God, I can't believe I got in this. But yeah, if you're looking to sell to buy a new clothing, new suit, a car, wouldn't be a bad time. Wouldn't be a bad time to sell and take some profits. I don't think it's going to go down. It could. It'll be volatile, but yeah. But you never want to sell when it's red. When it's red, just hang on to it. It'll turn green again at some point. And people put their whole life savings into cryptocurrencies, so it helps, especially if you keep them offline, so you can't pull that trigger. You got to bring them back online and all that. It's kind of a way to stop yourself from thinking about selling. But I'm in this for the long haul. Long haul means the rest of my life. And no, I don't look at it as an investment. I will be spending my cryptocurrencies, absolutely. I will spend them when I want to buy something. I would never sell them to get fiat money profits. I don't get that. It's like gold and silver. Yeah, I got into gold and silver, and gold and silver are insurance policies against the global financial system. And I made 50% in a year. It was great. And then you're out, and it's like, okay, that's it. That's it. That's all you wanted to use gold and silver for, or cryptos. All you wanted to, if all you want to use it for is an investment, go for it. Absolutely. You should have sold a long time ago. And then you should have got back in on the lows. And then you should have sold again. You could be a trader if you want to make fiat money. If you want to save your financial future and the future of your kids, you hodl. And it's going to get really squirrely very soon on the trading exchange. That's just a heads up of something I'm publishing on the Road to Ruta. Squirrely as in one exchange will say Bitcoin is $47. Another exchange will say Bitcoin is $470,000. And it's going to hit a point where nobody knows what the price of cryptocurrencies are. And that's where we're headed. Along with other things, the stock market, the bond market. It's going to get really, 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 really squirrely. That's why hodling is so important. You keep your keys in your own possession. So important. Because it's going to get scary. Anyway, if you're interested, hit subscribe today. You can subscribe to the Road to Ruta, get all the information on when I think this is going to happen. And you get a silver coin, a Ruta coin, and one Veritasium token that you can shove in your safe and pull it out when you want to buy a house. One silver coin and one Veri token will get you a house. Hey, anything's possible, right? Anyway, this is Bix Weir, roadtoruta.com. I'll talk to you later.